What's going on, everybody? It's Warren, and welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU, and we are less than 12 hours away from the finale of Wandavision. And this morning, we actually got some pretty big reveals about Wandavision, about what to expect from the finale, including that secret cameo that Paul Bettany was talking about, and some news that might actually confirm some plot leaks for the finale of Wandavision, which of course we're going to talk about and break down in this video. Now, these leaks are theories that I've been talking about for quite some time now, but if you are trying to avoid any and all spoilers, you should probably click away now. If you're still with me, you're probably aware that at one point in time during an interview, Paul Bettany teased a surprise secret cameo coming to WandaVision. He teased that it's an actor that he always wanted to work with, he teased that they had great chemistry together on set, and of course we all went crazy trying to figure out just exactly who this secret cameo was going to be. Is it going to be Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Michael Fassbender? Could it be somebody like Mephisto or Nightmare? Well, this morning on Good Morning America, Paul Bettany has seemingly answered this question. However, I'm not sure we should take him seriously. But this is what he had to say this morning.
Yeah, you know when you think something's going to be funny and you say it and then you actually panic about it, which is what I did because fans started guessing who it might be and they were guessing people like Benedict Cumberbatch or Patrick Stewart, and I was thinking, God, that's a good idea. And they're going to be so disappointed when they find out it's me.
But we're not sure, though. You could be trolling us right now. So is there a big appearance by someone?
Well, you know, I'd love to answer that question, but my service keeps...
So when White Vision popped up at the end of WandaVision episode 8, everybody immediately thought, wow, Paul Bettany was actually talking about himself. He is the actor that he has always wanted to work with. He was simply making a big joke out of it. And according to him, that actually seems to be what was happening. He was trying to make a joke, but it got a little out of hand. However, he could simply be trolling us right now, and there could actually be a cameo, because when Elizabeth Olsen was doing an interview, she was asked if we should expect a big cameo on the level of Luke Skywalker, and she replied with yes. But was she also talking about Paul Bettany because she knew what he said and she was playing along? That is very well a possibility, and I think that's what we should expect going into the WandaVision finale, so we are not upset if there is no secret cameo. Then if there is a secret cameo, it'll end up just being a great surprise for everybody. But with Paul Bettany admitting that it's actually himself that he was talking about, this actually points to a leak about the finale getting more true. And it looks like the big finale is going to be pretty much what everything has built up towards and what we've all been expecting all along. And there's more things that point to this being true that we got in some previous episodes as well. For starters, it says that Quicksilver Evan Peters is not from the Fox universe, but he is indeed Quicksilver. The leaker said that it will indeed be explained later. It also says that there's no secret cameo of Magneto, Professor X, or Reed Richards. Now, of course, we all started to think about these characters possibly entering the MCU in WandaVision because of what Paul Bettany said. But seeing as how he debunked that this morning on Good Morning America and is most likely telling the truth, it would make sense that these characters wouldn't show up. However, somebody like Reed Richards could have been the aerospace engineer, but it appears like we've already seen the aerospace engineer. Yesterday, director Matt Shakman opened up about all of the theories surrounding who the aerospace engineer was going to be. And he pretty much confirmed that the aerospace engineer isn't going to be anybody like Reed Richards, Hank McCoy, Blue Marvel, nobody like that. And he actually pretty much confirmed that we've already met the aerospace engineer, and that person was indeed Major Goodner. However, this leak takes it a bit further and says that the aerospace engineer is actually a Skrull, and it says that this will actually tie directly into Captain Marvel 2 and the Secret Invasion Disney Plus story. And this would make a lot of sense because, of course, Monica Rambeau knows Skrulls, and she personally knows Captain Marvel, and now she's going to be a superhero. She's going to come out of WandaVision with superpowers. She's going to become the hero Spectrum or Photon, depending on which name she takes on. And given her connection to Captain Marvel, it would just make sense that she would show up in Captain Marvel 2 and, of course, Secret Invasion because of her relationship with the Skrull. Now, here's where something gets pretty interesting, and it's actually something that I've been kind of saying for a little bit now. If you've joined me for my WandaVision watch parties and the discussions after, we've been talking a long time since the very beginning about Agatha's rabbit, Mr. Scratchy. And this leak says that Agatha's rabbit, Mr. Scratchy, is somebody very cool and bad. They say that this will be teased at the end and go into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I firmly believe that that her rabbit is indeed somebody. She was talking to the rabbit in the last episode, and since they really put emphasis on it at some points in time, I've just really felt like it actually is somebody. I do believe there is a bigger villain behind Agatha Harkness, and that villain will indeed show itself eventually. Now, there has been a rumor going around that Mark Hamill could indeed be the rabbit playing Nightmare. This would be insanely awesome, and I have stated my case for how Nightmare would be a very perfect villain for WandaVision and then Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but for right now that is simply a rumor. We'll have to see how that plays out. The leak goes on to say that Hex Vision versus Spectral Vision, or the vision that Wanda created versus the vision that is somewhat Ultron that Hayward created, is a thing. And of course it's a thing. Obviously Hayward's vision is going to attack Wanda's vision. And not only Wanda's vision, but Wanda and her twin boys herself, and it's going to be up to her and Vision to defeat this one along with Agatha Harkness. But this leak says that there is going to be no fusing together between the two visions, meaning they are not going to combine and become one true real vision. Because there was a theory going around for a while, which was actually a pretty good theory, stating that the vision that Wanda created was sort of Vision's soul, and then the vision that Hayward created was his actual body, made out of vibranium. And the theory was that the two of them would actually fuse together at the end to create the vision that we knew from Age of Ultron. But the leak says that it won't happen, so we'll have to see how that plays out. The leak goes on to say that the battle scenes in the end are insane, and CGI is on par with Avengers Endgame. Everybody has their moment at the end. Now, this is something that we actually kind of already knew. In an interview, Paul Bettany talked about the finale of WandaVision and how there's going to be a big fight and how they're going to use more CGI than they used in Avengers Endgame. And if you think about it, we have witch versus witch, so there's going to be a lot of magic involved in this. Two visions going at it, a version of Quicksilver, Monica Rambeau with her new superpowers, and then of course the twin boys who have powers of their own, super speed, and magical abilities. You're putting all of these characters together with all of these powers in one final fight. Of course, the CGI is going to be absolutely insane, and I can't wait to see it. Now, this leak does say that it's going to be very sad, but very fulfilling. And we've been wondering for the longest time if the twins and Vision are going to actually be able to survive once the Hex is gone. It seemed very clear a few episodes ago that Vision, the one that Wanda created, could not survive outside of the Hex. But will this be true at the end, and is this true for the boys even though she actually gave birth to them? Now, the final thing that this leak says is that Doctor Strange is going to show up at the end at a very precise moment that makes sense. Now, this could be during the final battle, after the final battle, or it could even be in the post-credit scene. It doesn't specify. But considering the fact that this leads up to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, it would make sense that he would make an appearance at some point. And since his job is protecting our reality, he's probably going to sense all of this magical energy flying around at the end during the final battle. And even though he's not exactly close with Wanda, of course he knows who she is because of Infinity War and Endgame. And what I'm assuming is going to happen is that at the end he's going to take her under his wing and train her, possibly to protect her from a certain villain that could be coming, Mr. Scratchy or Nightmare, or as I've actually been stating over the past week, Cthulhu, the evil elder god who could go on to be the villain of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But that is it for this final leak and the theory surrounding what exactly is going to happen tonight in the final episode of WandaVision. This is your last chance to put in the comments down below what you think is going to happen in the grand finale. And of course, I will be doing my watch party tonight. It starts at 2:50 a.m. Eastern time. And then of course, we'll be doing our discussion after. Hope to see a lot of you there. And of course, if you love Marvel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.